Samuel Langdon Clemens, known by his pen name as Mark Twain, was an American writer, humorist, entrepreneur, publisher, and lecturer. He said, and I quote, "Stay away from those people who try to disparage your ambitions. Small minds will always do that, but great minds will give you a feeling that you can become great too." A nation free of economic and financial crimes is achievable if we all decide to be patriotic and work with the EFCC. Hello and thanks for joining us on another episode of The Eagle. My name is Aisha Mohammed.
I am Abdurrashid Bawa. I stand against corruption. I call on every patriotic Nigerian to lend their voices in this crusade. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. Together we will make Nigeria great.
Insurance fraud is one of those types of corruption often perpetrated by educated individuals who understand the need and importance of adopting insurance policies. It occurs when a claimant attempts to obtain some benefit or advantage they are not entitled to, or when an insurer knowingly denies some benefit that is due to a claimant. Today on the program, we shall be discussing insurance fraud, what we need to know about it, and how we all can join in fighting insurance fraud and other economic and financial crimes. But before then, let's go to the news segment. The Executive Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), Abdurrashid Bawa, has called on the management of the National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure (NASENI) to adopt effective processes and procedures in the fight against corruption. Bawa made the call in Mina, Niger State, through the Director of Public Affairs Department, Osita Unwaja, at a retreat for technical board members and managing directors of National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, NASENI Institute. Abbas Abubakar Umar tells us more on this and another report.
Speaking on the topic, building a system to fight corruption, Bawa said that for NASENI to achieve its core mandate of ensuring Nigeria's industrialization, sound modalities of fighting corruption must be put in place. To achieve its core mandate of ensuring Nigeria's industrialization, NASENI should adopt standard operating procedures which will clearly set out processes, structures and procedures of running the agency, and this will give NASENI the chance to be managed without interference or any form of manipulation. The EFCC boss also lamented that corruption is the cause of all social misnomers such as road accidents, diseases, hunger, communal strife, kidnappings, armed robberies and other evils. Therefore, fighting corruption, he explained, is not just a necessity but an existential necessity for NASENI as it is for the EFCC and other agencies and vehicles of governance. He said that since his appointment and assumption of duties, the EFCC under his leadership has changed its strategies from fighting corrupt people to fighting corruption itself.
The theme of this retreat, which is NASENI, the vehicle for Nigeria's industrialization, is responsive to the overarching needs of our nation to break the shackles of stagnation and underdevelopment. Industrialization remains Nigeria's hope of survival and development. This is why the mandate of NASENI is beneficial to the pressing needs of Nigeria. It's against this background that I'm particularly happy, ladies and gentlemen, at the invitation to share my thoughts with you on an issue that tugs at our collective heartstrings, the issue of corruption. Knowing that NASENI shares the same passion with the Commission in ridding the country of the cankerworm. Ladies and gentlemen, the fight against corruption is a collective responsibility of all Nigerians. No agency has the monopoly of knowledge on how to tackle corruption, and that is why we invite you all to join us on this journey towards a corruption-free Nigeria. Since my assumption of office a little over a year ago, the Commission has changed its strategy from fighting corrupt people to fighting corruption itself.
In his contribution, Chairman Technical Board of Naseni, Engineer Kashim Abdul Ali, commended Bawa for honoring the invitation and for giving them strategies on how to rid Naseni of sharp practices. Ali also requested the EFCC to train its officers on how to follow due process in running the affairs of Naseni devoid of economic and financial crimes. Abbas Abubakar Umar reporting for the Eagle. Similarly, the executive chairman of the EFCC, Abdurrashid Bawa, indicated the willingness of the EFCC to collaborate with the Chartered Institute of Forensics and Certified Fraud Examiners of Nigeria, CFEN, for the establishment of the first Nigerian College of Forensics. The disclosure was made in Abuja while delivering a goodwill message at the Professional Training and Standards Graduation Ceremony of 93 Certified Fraud Examiners organized by the Chartered Institute of Forensics and Certified Fraud Examiners of Nigeria at the EFCC Academy, Karu, Abuja. Bawa noted that the investigation of economic and financial crimes and other acts of corruption demands collaborative engagement, and the EFCC would always partner with agencies involved in cracking such crimes. The EFCC chairman, who spoke through the commandant EFCC Academy, Ayo Peter Olowoniyi, lamented the upsurge in fraud-related offences across the world and called for stronger commitment to combat the menace.
Economic and financial crimes and corruption, it's deep-seated, deep-rooted in all societies. We are not the only corrupt society. Everywhere in the world you find persons like that. However, it is the will to fight and curtail economic crime, financial crimes, corruption that's important. Many years ago, when His Excellency was campaigning, what did he say to us? He said, if we do not kill corruption, corruption will kill us. Emphasis on the word will. He had no doubt in his mind. If we do not kill it, it will kill us and destroy all the fabrics of our society. That is why the country thought it fit to establish the EFCC. And that's the job that we have. Investigating corruption, investigating economic and financial crimes. It's not a surface job.
In his remarks, President and Chairman of the Council, Eliasu Gashimbaki, said that the EFCC has greatly improved in the last 1 year under the leadership of Bawa.
And as an insider to the EFCC, EFCC within the last 1 year has tremendously changed, both in and out. You've seen the report of the EFCC for the first 1 year by the chairman. The rates of convictions improved, remarkable recoveries, launching of the operational manual, establishment of the Department of Intelligence. I could go on and on like that of the achievement the EFCC has made within the last 1 year. So I can't be more proud.
A board member of the institute, Michael Ayeni, in his submission, called for the establishment of a hall of shame in various locations across Nigeria to discourage people from committing fraud. He stressed that the global increase in the rate of fraud is a reflection of how sophisticated the crime is becoming.
May I once again reiterate my call on the federal government of Nigeria to create a hall of shame in strategic locations where the names of corrupt individuals that have impoverished Nigerians through their insatiable craving for wealth, which they did not toil for, but amass recklessly due to greed, and by so doing, deny the majority of citizens of this great country their legitimate share of God's given patrimony. The corruption industry is thriving now more than ever before all over the globe, an indication of how sophisticated the perpetrators are. To outwit them, therefore, forensic experts must upscale their knowledge, which the Institute is ready to do. To this end, we implore the government to consider the need to look inward whenever the services of forensic experts are required.
Abbas Abubakar Umar reporting for the Eagle.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) has charged Nigerian law students to imbibe the culture of honesty and tenaciously hold on to the ethics of the law profession in their studies and dealings in life. The commission made the call when students of Bayes University, Abuja, paid an educational visit to the commission's headquarters in Jabi, Abuja. Amina Kawa has the details.
Deputy Director, Legal and Prosecution Department, who is also the head Legal and Prosecution of the EFCC, Sylvanus Tahir, while delivering a paper titled The Role of Lawyers in the Fight Against Corruption, Money Laundering and Fraud in Nigeria, urged the students to be open-minded and proactive in their thinking. He stressed that young lawyers in the making should be ready to do their cases with justice and a human face. He pointed out the need to have all hands on deck if the fight against economic and financial crimes is to be won in Nigeria, especially in the legal profession, which he opined needs to be standard. Lamenting the whole of corruption in the society, Tahir warned against the utmost desire to make money to the detriment of justice and the victory over corruption. He added that the students must desire to make a difference in their profession, especially in relation to money laundering and other economic and financial crimes. Head Enlightenment Area Orientation Unit of the EFCC, Aisha Mohammed, while pointing out the importance of youth and lawyers in the fight against economic and financial crimes, urged the students to be good ambassadors of the EFCC. She stated that the youth, who are the future leaders, need to be upright and own the anti-corruption fight. Highlight of the visit was a cybercrime documentary which was played for the students, which formed a point for discussion and enlightenment. Amina Kawa reporting for the Eagle.
The 5th edition of the One Service, One Medal Awesome tournament has come and gone, with the EFCC winning 11 medals for a first-timer appearance. The EFCC participated in 8 games in the event, which took place at the Moshood Abiola Stadium, Abuja. Amina Kawa again is our guide.
The Awesome Tournament is an annual event that attracts participation from all ministry and paramilitary agencies in Nigeria. It is aimed at scouting for talents that can compete and represent the country in international sports. The EFCC team participated in swimming, table tennis, badminton, football, shooting range, chess and Scrabble, winning a total of 11 medals, which comprises of 1 gold, 4 silvers and 5 bronzes respectively. This is, however, the first time the Commission is participating in the Games. The Executive Chairman, Abdul Rashid Bawa, while receiving members of the Sports Committee and the winners at the EFCC headquarters, expressed delight for the teamwork and enthusiasm shown by the team in representing the Commission. He assured the team that they will get all necessary encouragements, including working with other stakeholders to ensure that participants are well-trained and developed for future competitions. The head of the EFCC Sports Committee, Halili Dauda, appreciated the Commission for giving the team all the support that was needed, stating that, being the first of its kind in the Commission, this will go a long way in encouraging sporting activities within the EFCC. Amina Kawa reporting for the Eagle.
Congratulations, Team EFCC, and well done. Now to the topic of the day. Insurance fraud is an illegal act on the part of either the buyer or seller of an insurance contract. It is a fraud that involves any misuse of insurance policies or applications in order to illegally gain or benefit. It is usually an attempt to exploit an insurance contract for financial gain. The majority of insurance fraud cases involve exaggerated or false claims. In our interview segment, Ojo Chokutami Eche and our guest will give us answers to a lot of questions on the minds of our viewers. Over to you, Ojo Chokutami.
The case of insurance fraud is one matter that everyone has been talking about. I mean, you go to different parts of Nigeria, people who are knowledgeable enough to go into the insurance business have a lot of complaints. Now, what is the EFCC doing about it? How well do they even report to the EFCC in the first place? We're talking with the Assistant Commander of the EFCC, ACE2, Effiong Ekwerendu. He's the Head Economic Governance Section of the EFCC Enugu Zonal Command. Mr. Effiong, thank you for coming on the program today.
Thank you.
So before we go in depth into the program, let's look at the meaning of insurance itself. What is insurance?
Okay, insurance is a way of managing your risks. It's a contract between the insured, that is a policy holder, and the insurer, the insurance company, to manage the unexpected financial losses on the part of the insured. If you purchase a policy, maybe insurance policy, if you purchase it from insurance company, you are protecting yourself against unforeseen circumstances, unforeseen losses. Maybe, let's say, maybe auto insurance. Maybe you insured your car. You insured your car against accident, against fire outbreak, or whatever. If you eventually have an accident, you have to make it known to the insurance company. They will come in and manage the risks with you. They will pay for the loss. If it's just to fix the car, they can pay for the cost of fixing the car. But they have to pay premium, either yearly premium or whatever.
Now we know the meaning of insurance. When can we say fraud has, occurred in the insurance scheme? What exactly is insurance fraud?
Okay, we can say fraud that has occurred. Maybe a policy holder, when a policy holder intentionally, give false information in order to benefit entitlement is not qualified for. So fraud has occurred. Maybe you give false information by upon of filling the application. False information is given with intention to defraud the insurance company. The part of insurance company, there's what we call illegitimate denial fraud. Sometimes insurance company, if a policy holder make a legitimate claims, insurance company will say, okay, ABC was not covered. They try to deny either to underpay or to deny the policy holder the benefit. So at that point, fraud has occurred.
In every insurance platform, there are two parties. We have the policy holder and then we have the insurance company itself. Now, let's look at some examples of fraud that each of these groups commits. We're talking about the insured and the insurer now.
Okay, what that is given false information, that's what we call application fraud. That is the point of filling the application, false information is given intentionally to defraud. There's also what we call fake debt fraud, whereby the policy holder, maybe in case of life assurance, the policy holder can intentionally fake his own debt and get somebody to claim benefit where they would then last share. He said maybe he just claim, maybe travel to the village and claim he has died. Then somebody will come and make a claim from the insurance company. Then they will later share it. In that case, the insurance company need to verify questionable claims. Then we also have what we call false information fraud, whereby the policy holder, can stage manage accident. Maybe the accident never even occurred. He can just say, okay, I had accident, so they just want to use it to defraud the insurance company. Can be a situation whereby the policy holder can intentionally drive his car to hit a tree. Just to may say, okay, I was hit by a hit and run, just to use it to claim something for a benefit from insurance company. You can also have a situation whereby when natural disaster, maybe rainstorms, somebody can want to capitalize on the insurance policy holder may want to capitalize on that to defraud insurance company. There's also what we call inflation fraud, whereby maybe an accident occurred, the policy holder consult the insurance company and is to fix the car. It can conspire with the mechanic to add some parts that were not affected in the accident, just to get more benefit from the insurance company. It could even be in a medical case. So maybe area that the tests that were not covered, the policy holder may conspire with the doctor to include it so to get more benefit, that inflated amount from the insurance company.
So, okay, how often do Nigerians, report insurance fraud cases to the commission?
Oh, I think the Nigerian hardly reports a case of insurance fraud. Hardly. So we want to encourage Nigerians to report, because it's only when you report that we can be investigated and prosecuted. Even for you to be prosecuted is when you report. So we encourage Nigerians to report, because reporting of insurance fraud is actually low.
Well, now let's look at the effect of insurance fraud on Nigeria and Nigerians as a whole. What would you say to that? Okay,
every insurance fraud is not a victimless fraud. Every policy holder is a victim of insurance fraud, because when these insurance companies are defrauded, Some of them, they will transfer the cost. They want to share it with the policy holder. Like if it's a situation where the insurance company is being defrauded maybe frequently, they might not even be able to pay their staff. That may lead to them folding up. So for the Nigerians are employed. So if the company fold up, Nigerians will go to the labor market again. You also see a situation whereby this insurance fraud, assuming a policy holder actually maybe defraud insurance company, reported, investigated and prosecuted, he will be convicted. The family is affected. Even the policy, the convict cannot contest election, cannot be employed. So the family is affected. So that indirectly affects the family. And they also say that this will also lead to increase in the cost of goods and services.
Okay, well, let's look at what the Commission is doing to bring this type of fraud to its knees. What is the EFCC doing? Yeah,
EFCC is doing a lot. Like what we are doing right now, campaign, enlightenment campaign is one of the ways to get people to report. And every reported case is given prompt attention, a thorough investigation and prosecutions. And when monies are recovered, they are released to the victim. So the Commission is actually doing a lot.
Before I let you go on this segment of the program, what's your advice, to Nigerians generally, most especially the insurer and the insured?
Okay, my advice to Nigerians is that when you are a policy holder, ensure that you relate with your insurance company. And when you detect it, when you know that you have been defrauded, report promptly to EFCC. Don't waste time in reporting. If your case happened like this year, you wait for the next 3 years to report. That is not very good. So report every case of insurance fraud to EFCC. And a part of the insurance company, wherever you are defrauded, whenever you see what you feel, maybe you feel this is a fraud that has been committed, report to EFCC. And I also want to say that this fight against corruption is for every one of us. So let people be involved. Let Nigerians be involved in the fight against corruption so that we can win this fight, so that we can protect our future. The policy holder should not just go into a policy, to a business with the insurance company without verifying. And I want to warn Nigerians, if you are part of insurance fraud, desist from it, because EFCC will catch you wherever you are.
And that's it with our guest today. We've been talking insurance fraud and its implications on the Nigerian economy. It's over to Aisha for the rest of the program.
Thank you, Oduchukutami. As you rightly heard from our guest, Head Economic Governance and Legal Command of the EFCC, Effiong Ekerendu, ensure that you relate with your insurance company and report any insurance fraud to the EFCC. Join the wagon of having a corrupt-free Nigeria. And that concludes The Eagle for today. We will be back next week, same time, same station. Don't forget to keep a date with us. But before we go, here is a reminder that you can send an email to info@efcc.gov.ng and can speak to our officers or representatives on 0809 3322 644 and follow us on all our social media platforms at official EFCC for all matters relating to economic and financial crimes. If you see fraud happening, use the EFCC mobile app, the Eagle Eye. Download the app, follow the steps, and report fraud on the go. You can also take pictures of corrupt practices and upload them. My name is Aisha Mohammed, leaving you with this parting words that says, when you change your thought, remember also to change the world. It's goodbye. God bless Nigeria. Be kind to one another, and please stay safe.